Hello dear friends, today I will tell you about one delicate, and in the Middle Ages even immoral detail of men's clothing called codpiece. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to my channel not to miss new interesting stories. The classic codpiece during the Middle Ages was a special flap bag attached to the front of a man's pants to conceal a delicate part of a man's body. At the turn of 1400 to 1600, the codpiece was an important element of a man's closet. Artists painted the codpiece on commissioned monarch portraits, thus emphasizing the status and masculinity of the ruler. And respectable women did not hide their admiration for the mere sight of a lush codpiece in their private correspondence with each other. Codpieces became an element of demonstrative masculinity. Portraits from the late 15th and early 16th centuries show the codpiece reaching epic proportions. Respectable men began to display it. It was no longer shameful. Now men spared no expense to show their codpiece to the public. Codpieces were sewn from luxurious silk velvet, decorated with jewelry and hand embroidery. Because of their enormous size, codpieces were also sometimes used as purses, where not only coins but also handkerchiefs were kept. Metal codpieces were worn on the battlefield, and their shape also varied in price, size, and appearance. Under Henry VIII, the codpiece was an independent part of the garment, which was fastened or tied with ribbons tied with beautiful bows. By the way, Henry VIII himself loved codpieces, and his passion for them knew no bounds. He not only wore them, but also made them a bright and remarkable part of his costume, quilted with decorative slits decorated with precious stones. That's how they were. And all because he wanted to demonstrate to all Europe that he had something to boast about and to conceive a male heir. It was sometimes wryly said of him that first the codpiece appears in the room, and then the king himself. Of course, the codpiece had not only a decorative purpose, but also a functional one, i.e. to cover a prominent part of the body. However, by the end of the 16th century the fashion for codpieces began to fall. Historians claim that the codpiece lost its popularity due to the arrival of the fashion for femininity that swept the French and English courts. Exquisite ruffles and puffy breeches heralded a shift to a new fashion trend, predominantly on the hair, face and hips.